I'd like to say we come here with better news for you, but oh, good God, we start watching the Olympics overtime, and the U.S. have scored it. They have won the gold. Canada comes up with the silver. I mean, silver's still good. It's just not gold, especially after a game like that. I'm Bobby Munson. This is Point of View, your weekly sports talk, and right beside me, as always, that man over there, he's Andre Two-Thirds Fluffy C. Andre, how are you doing this morning? Other than, totally heartbroken and disappointed. I'm sure of that.
Heartbroken, disappointed watching the men's team lose and go get to silver. Same, and the women have that happening to them 3 days ago.
Yeah.
I feel horrible, but I'm happy for the U.S. players. Congratulations! There was a hell of a hockey game there, both the men's and the women's. I didn't get to watch the women's because it was on while I was at work, but I watched highlights. Both games, hell of hockey games, but they heartbreaking. But I'm doing good, but it was heartbreaking. You know what I mean? Just
I hear you, brother, and it is heartbreaking again with the women's as well too, right? Let's. Silver's still fantastic, and congratulations to both the Canadian men's and women's teams for picking up silver. It's just as a Canadian, it's very disappointing to watch the game. Same with the women's game, tight games, and watch us come up short of the big one. But yeah, a lot of Canadians all around the country here this morning, especially even the ones on the West Coast. They were showing clips of people at the bars. I know that even in town here, the bars were open this morning in order to allow people in to watch the game. This was a very well-received final in terms of having people watching it.
Yeah, BP's here in Morinville was open. It was packed. I was seeing pictures on the Morinville page. There's a Morinville page. People can chat and talk about stuff in the town. And people were posting photos of the bar fully packed at 6 a.m. to watch this game. I'm not surprised. I guess they opened up at 5:30 to let people start coming in and their do food and everything in the morning. I'm like, that's awesome. I know River Creek Casino was open early so people could do, and it was a $35 all you can eat breakfast brunch buffet thing while the game was on, and watch the game from 6 to 9 and if I didn't live so far away from that, that's what I would have went and done. But that's too far of a drive for me, especially to be able to do this show. So
that's very fair. Very fair. And good morning to Zach, who's joining us in the house here this morning. Thank you for being out here,
morning,
Zach. Yeah, this game, let's not kid ourselves, Andre. We both said it. This was a very strong game throughout. The keeper on the U.S. team deserves the gold medal alone. Some of those saves that he made were just unbelievable, especially that what felt like an empty netter right in front of goal in the third period there, only for his stick to drop just in the nick of time and deflect it. It was so insane. Every time they showed that replay, I'm like, I shouldn't be enjoying this so much because you're on the opposing team, but that was a phenomenal save.
Oh, yeah. And I'll give credit to the Canada defense when it was later in the third. When watching yourself, eh? I could hear you.
I was just sharing it.
Yeah, sure. But no, I was watching, and then Canada, when Bennington went down there, was laying across the crease. The defense swarmed in front of him to clear that puck, just showing. The defense on both ends of the ice was absolutely tremendous. This game was a 2-1 game, right? And it was a tight game. And holy crap, man. I was biting my nails throughout the entire thing. Just I literally laid in bed, watched this whole game in bed until the overtime period when it came to set up here. I was watching it on my phone. I was watching on my laptop on Crave TV, which was really cool because it was on Crave. They were showing it on Crave too, which was even
nice.
Better.
You could watch it too on CBC Gem for free here in Canada.
Yeah, I opened the Crave app because I think that for me it was the best way. But holy shit, this nail biter, heartbreak of a loss, but. Why are they doing 3-on-3 for the overtime? I understand the NHL adopting 3-on-3 for overtime in the regular season. I get that. Regular season, even if they had done it in the qualifying rounds going OT, that would have been fine with me. But this is playoff. This is the same level as the Stanley Cup playoffs. This is the knockout rounds. In the playoffs, in the NHL playoffs, It's 5-on-5 till somebody scores a goal. Why didn't they do 5-on-5 here? That's me. Again, I'm not saying that's the reason USA won. And Canada could have scored a goal that way just as easily, and I probably wouldn't be as mad about the 3-on-3 at that point. But
yeah,
it's the same as playoff hockey. It should be 5-on-5 for OTs like this. In my opinion, I guess I'm more of a traditionalist in how games end like that, but dude, just a heartbreaker, and I absolutely loved it, and just such a good game.
Well, and I mean, look at how well Cale Makar there for Canada played today. Some great defensive plays on his part. His very first Olympics, and that goal he scored was outstanding to bring us back into it. And the reaction from not only the people that were there live this morning in that game, like that was a loud stadium, like, but from both ends, from the US and Canada, absolutely wild. But them watching all the different views of different cities throughout the world, and then especially the reaction from Calgary, Alberta, where Cale Makar was born, that reaction was so just absolutely dynamite to see. That's the kind of reaction I love seeing. And, you know, I mean, it is heartbreaking. Everybody here across Canada is probably just losing their minds this morning, but they'll get over it quickly. I'm sure most of them were 8 beers deep into this thing by the time they hit overtime.
Yeah, oh, dude. Like every time Brandon Hagel picked up the puck, I was like, come on. He had a good couple chances too, because he's from my town. He lives here in Morinville. Or he grew up here in Morinville. He was born actually in Saskatoon, in your neck of the place. But then his parents were smart and got him the heck out of there and brought him to Morinville.
Piss off.
But yeah, he grew up just literally like a couple streets over from where I live in Morinville. And yeah, every time he picked up the puck, I'm like, come on. I'm like, and he had a good couple shots at there. Like, I think he had 4 or 5 shots on it. I was like, holy crap, it was so good. But yeah, dude, yes, it's how the USA felt in 10. Yeah.
And in the Four Nations 2025 as well, too. And welcome, M. Rivers, first time chatter, I believe, on the show here. Great hockey. Love the tourney. We did too. And yet, USA got it. And I mean, and you have every right to be rooting for your home country and everything. We're both Canadians. We were rooting for Canada, but I won't deny when a good game is played. And a good game was played by both ends. And US deserved their win just as much as we would have deserved it. And kudos. Congrats on the gold medal to the USA. We'll take that silver. I mean, that's okay. We'll take that silver. We're happy to take it.
It's better than bronze, and it's better than no medal. That's for sure. That's true. 100% for sure. And like, I was gonna say, it's a nail biter of a game, but we're coming off of like multiple a gold medal yesterday. We have had multiple gold medals in this past week from other people in the Olympics for Team Canada, which has been phenomenal to see Canada finally put up some more golds after that one we got last week, literally last Sunday, before we came on here. It's great to see. Like, this whole Olympics has been great, but this game was just this whole tournament for the men's here was just that literally the semifinals. I was like with that game, like, it's just
yeah. And we were talking about this already too. Your goalie deserved that gold medal himself for that display today. Yeah. Just absolutely dynamite.
That dude is a elite level goaltender, and he proves it here. And he's going to prove it even more when he goes back to the NHL and keeps performing like he is. Holy crap.
And also, like, let's not kid ourselves. The US outplayed us in the first.
Easily. Oh yeah,
Canada came to life in the second. That's where we really started to shine a little bit. But I mean, your goalkeeper, yes, your defensive line too, and your penalty killing line. Like, your penalty killing line, man. We had a 5-on-3 advantage at one point during this game, and absolutely remarkable keeping us out. It was so well done. How the Jets don't win more, I have no idea.
I think that is a failure of legitimately that team's defensive structure. Because again, you can't and I know this as a Montreal Canadiens fan, you can't always just rely on your goaltender. When your defense isn't playing the way it should, your goaltender gets overwhelmed, and oh, dude, we
that's what it's
we're not
about.
gonna hate on people. We're not gonna hate on people because we didn't get our win. But like when your defense isn't there, your goaltender has to do so much more work, and then the stress does let them. When the defense lets a goaltender down, that's when when you fail, and that's what's happening in Winnipeg right now. That's why Winnipeg don't win more because their defense is failing their goaltender.
Yeah.
After in the chat.
Yeah, Basser's in the chat, man. Basser had a late night last night as well, too, joining us at Prairie Pro Wrestling. I think that he had a blast there. We'll maybe talk about some Prairie Pro Wrestling in a little bit here, Andre. Still really hung up on this game and in the Olympics in general as well, too. And, as we've got our friend in the chat here talking about, pride for USA. They have done very well for themselves this Olympic Games with the medal collection being second overall with 33 total medals, including 12 gold, 12 silver, and 9 bronze, putting them in second only behind Norway, who with 40 medals. Norway have absolutely dominated these Olympic Games so far.
I'll say this: at least it's a country that is cold a lot, like us, is dominating. At least you can feel that it's a winter country that's being the dominant factor. Again, USA is a winter country. The southern part maybe not so much, but the northern part of the USA is a winter country. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying it's a winter country that's dominated. I'm okay with it. As long as it's a winter country that it's at the top of the standings.
but you know who isn't a winter country that's done okay is Japan with 24 medals. They're above Canada.
No, they're a winter country. Trust me.
Are they? Okay.
They have winters in certain parts of Japan. Gets very cold and very snowy. So they do. They have mountains. They have all that. Trust me, there's lots of snow and mountain ranges in Japan. Trust me.
Okay. Well, I know you're a little bit more familiar with the Japanese culture and everything like that. So I got to take your word. It never used to jump out at me because, of course, growing up when we did a long time ago, your association is always with the countries like, of course, our own, but then Norway, Switzerland, places like that where snow is just kind of notoriously known for those particular parts. But either way, they're born on skis. And it shows here today, this year. So,
I mean, it's been an amazing Olympics overall. Like yesterday, Canada bringing home a gold in curling. Brad Jacobs' rink brings home the gold, baby. Yeah. I was so happy. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I was so happy seeing the result come out. And they played Team USA. And this is going to lead to me talking a little bit F1. The skip for Team USA looks almost identical to the man that's returning to F1 this year in Valerie Bottas. Like, if you put a picture of those two side by side, you would swear it's Bottas, like they're twin brothers. You would swear they're twin brothers, but they're not. But because Bottas is Finnish and this dude's American. But I was just like, I saw him curling, I'm like, that looks like Valerie Bottas. What the hell? And I'm seeing all these things online. Bottas is moonlighting as an American curler. It's just the jokes out there. I was laughing my ass off at it. But I'm so happy for Jacobs and his rink picking up another gold medal for Brad Jacobs at the Olympics. He has won the Olympics previously. Just absolutely incredible. And then Rachel Holman's rink picked up the bronze in the women's curling. So congratulations to the Holman rink picking up the bronze yesterday. Really happy. Again, that's a sport that's near and dear to my heart. I grew up as a curler. That was the game that I could play on ice because I was not a hockey player, but I was a curler.
Yeah, well, you and me both in terms of the skating portion of that game. I've got to be the worst Canadian on skates that there possibly is.
I'm not good.
It's like I got 2 left feet when I get on skates. That's pretty much how it goes.
Like, I can act like the actual skating of it, I can do. I have the balance, but I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to make hard turns and all. Like, I can't do that. And I don't have that dexterous ability to make the quick turns. I have to do those slight lean gliding turns. You know what I mean? Like, I don't just I can't you know what I mean? I can't do what hockey players do. And I like, there's lots of times I just run into the boards because I can't stop. I'm trying to like pizza, I always try to pizza like I'm skiing, but it doesn't really, and then I fall because the pizza doesn't really work well on ice skates. But I don't know how to do like that turn and you see like guys do. I don't know how to do that. I can't. I try to, and I just fall. I just go blah, and I fall on the ground because I don't know how to do it.
I used to be okay on skis. Skis were always fine, but skates, that's another story entirely.
Yeah, never good at skating. But yeah, skiing I was okay at. I preferred snowboard when I was a kid. But yeah, I wasn't bad. I wasn't bad. Again, that one I could do the turn and stop, but I couldn't do the turn and stop on ice skates. I don't know why. I just could not create the balance for that. Just couldn't. But yeah, no, but yeah, and then we had yesterday also Ivany Blondin winning the speed skating in the women's mass start speed skate. She got a silver medal there.
Speed skating is so incredibly,
especially in mass starts.
Yeah. Oh man, like watching it is just like, if I think it's crazy enough how people can get up on a pair of skates and do what they do, speed skaters are so impressive. And watching just the amount of pace that they get going out there on that ice, like just wild. I loved it, every second of it. I did tune into that.
Yeah, and then we had another speed skating in the women's 1500. We had a bronze medal there with Valerie Malte. Yeah, Valley Mate winning the bronze in the 1500 women's speed skating. Brendan McKay on Friday winning the men's freestyle skiing half pipe, men's half pipe, getting a bronze there, winning a bronze medal. And then we talked about the women getting the silver medal in hockey. And then we got we've had 3 or 4 gold medals since. So there's 3 other gold medals we got to talk about. Because we had we talked about Michael Kingsbury winning the freestyle skiing last weekend because he won it Sunday morning and we chatted about it. But the next day, Megan Oldham picking up in the women's big air freestyle skiing, picked up a gold medal. Congratulations to that one right there. And then you had the women's team pursuit in speed skating picking up their Maltese Blondin and Isabella Weidman picking up a gold medal there. You had Stephen Dubois picking up in the short track speed skating 500 meters in the men's. Stephen Dubois picking up the gold medal. So congratulations to those gold medalists. Like absolutely incredible. Got to give them the shout out there. You have Courtney Thoreau, another short track speed skating in the 1,000 meters, picking up a silver medal. And then in the women's 300 meter relay, you had Danae Blaise, Kim Boutin, Florence Brunel, and Courtney Thoreau picking up the bronze medal in the women's 3,000 meter relay speed skating. Absolutely incredible. Like just a great Olympics. I'm 21 medals as of the men's women winning the gold here. Absolutely incredible. Just to see us perform the way we have. So.
Yeah, congratulations to all of the Canadian athletes there in the Olympics this year, and to all the big winners as well too. Andre, we're 20 minutes in, time to get some F1 news. I know you were saying that was going to lead to some F1 talk, so turn it over to you, my friend.
F1 starting in 2 weeks, baby. I can't wait. The races are going to be so fun. We go to Australia. It's going to be a late night race, remember, everybody. I just got more of a little preview, but this Friday, F1, baby. If you want to learn about last season's F1, go to Netflix. Drive to Survive. February 27th. If you want a recap of the season is dropping all that day. If you want to recap last year, which was an incredible season. Red Bull's up and down with their driver changes there, with their second seed with Max Verstappen right in that race right to the end. Literally came down to the final race last year. You want to see this. And just McLaren picking up that Constructors and Drivers Championship wins that last year. Dude, absolutely incredible season of F1. I cannot wait to how they dramatize this because they always do. It's always the Netflix dramatization. There's some stuff that it's like, that didn't really happen, but it kind of happened. You know what I mean? And then Red Bull getting rid of Christian Horner last year. And he's been a big part of that series for all the seasons. He's been one of the team principals they've been talking to since season 1. So for him to be fired mid season last year, and his exit is going to be covered in there. Lots of great drama coming from F1 this Friday for that, and that's literally a week. It literally comes out a week and change, or literally a week and a day before the new season of F1 is starting. I can't wait. I'm going to do a full-on preview next week. I'll have I'm just going to go through the teams, talk about them, talk about the all the kind of expectations from teams this year. I'm going to go through I'm going to profile a couple of new drivers that are on the grid this year. I'm going to do a full breakdown next week. So get ready for an F1 preview from a guy who only kind of knows F1, but likes to watch the cars go vroom, vroom, vroom around. But yeah, we'll be chatting. I'll be chatting a lot more F1 next week. I'm going to give a full-on preview. But if you have any interest in the F1, and for me, this show was my jumping on in season 3 when I picked up in the show, and we're going into season 8 now. So I've been watching this for 5 years now. Highly recommend if you like this. If you're interested in F1, it's a great way to get on because it tells you a story, it lets you learn about the drivers, lets you learn their personalities, and then you can kind of start watching the racing, knowing these who are behind the wheel. You kind of learn the drivers a little more than just watching the sport in general. So highly recommend that. That comes with this Friday, and I'll have a full-on preview next week because I cannot wait for this season. Yes.
There we go. More F1 coming your way from Andre as they kick off right away. Looking forward to hearing more about that from you coming up here, Andre. A couple of topics that I want to talk about here. I'm going to start with our updates from the English Premier League. So the English Premier League, we know, is back in action this weekend after the FA Cup rounds last weekend. Most teams have completed their games over the weekends here, so we've got only one game left, and that game being played, or no, hold on here. It might be 2 games. Let me just double check this. Okay, so we do have Arsenal and Tottenham today, 10:30. That is one game, and then tomorrow afternoon, it is Manchester United taking on Everton. Now, if so, in the game between Arsenal and Tottenham, it only does. I'm just trying to look to see if it changes the Premier League table at all. It won't. If Arsenal win, lose, draw, it doesn't matter. They stay exactly where they are, top of the Premier League table right now, currently on 58 points. So if we go over to where Tottenham are at, they are currently sitting on 29 points. Victory would pull them just ahead of Leeds United to pull them into 15th place, shifting the table in their favor. But yes, Arsenal will go one game up. So if they do pull the victory, they will actually then be at a total of 61 points, putting them 5 points clear of Manchester City. However, Manchester City will have a game in hand, meaning that they could pull within 2 of the top there. Now, in the game of Arsenal and Manchester United, United dropped down to 5th place as a result of Chelsea's game over the weekend. Chelsea drawing level with Burnley in a 1-1 victory. That puts them even on total points with Manchester United, but the way it works in footy, as I'm sure it does in many sports, is you then have to look at your goal differential. And Chelsea just so happens to have a 7-point advantage in the goal differential right now, which puts them ahead of United. However, United plays tomorrow, so a victory or a draw for Manchester United in tomorrow's game against Everton will pull us back into that 4th place position. If we do happen to get victory, it keeps us within those 3 points of being up there with Aston Villa in 3rd place. So Man United definitely fighting hard to keep themselves within reach of the Champions League. Now, it would be a crazy thing. I've heard people talking about it on other channels. Well, what if Manchester United could go on and win the Premier League? We're not winning the Premier League. Let's reality cup check reality. I'm sorry. I'm happy we are where we are and that we have a fighting chance at Champions League, because I put us outside of not even making Europa League this year. And the fact that we're within a fighting position right now, great. It's hard to say where the results will lie, though, too, because against lower level teams, we've had struggles. We have had all kinds of struggles. So have a lot of the top teams this season. That is the crazy part. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what Michael Carrick has done. That right now, acting as the interim manager for Manchester United, a lot of rumor about whether or not he will get the full-time position. And with the window of opportunity for quality managers out there being available to Manchester United, Michael Carrick's credentials start to look very good after a few victories. In a recent interview throughout the week too, Mateus Cunha of Manchester United actually gave props to former Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim and said that a lot of the winning mentality that is happening right now at Manchester United, he accredits to Ruben Amorim and the way that Ruben Amorim had the team working. You can see it in their fitness and everything like that too. Granted, we aren't playing as many games this season, but Manchester United did not looking like a team that's tiring out. And when we have drawn or lost a game, it's been tight. A lot more draws. I think that's what's really held us back is draws. Games that we should have pulled victories in that we haven't pulled victories in. It's redemption time though. Last time out, we had a man advantage last time we played Everton and we lost. And this is the scary part. So we go into this game with that on something that's shadowed us for a little while, hopefully going to be able to pick up a victory and to be able to move ourselves back into the fourth place position. If we do lose, of course, we will stay in fifth place. And we know Liverpool just right behind in sixth are starting to play some decent quality footy at the moment, starting to look a little bit more dangerous and are pulling themselves back up the ranking. So it is a real fight between us, Manchester United, Chelsea, and Liverpool right now for that fourth, fifth, and sixth place position. But we can't count out Brentford, who have pulled themselves into a nice seventh place at 40 points. Again, if Everton happen to pick up a victory against Manchester United, it pulls them into 40 points, which will put them, depending on goal differential, in either seventh or eighth place. So there's a lot to fight for in this portion of the Premier League table right now, and it's looking good for a lot of different teams. It's making it exciting as well, too, much like we're talking about the Olympic final, right, and how close it was. That's how I feel about the Premier League right now. These windows, these gaps, these opportunities keep happening for all these different teams. It's so uncertain where this thing is going to end up that it becomes an excitement every single weekend right now. There is no clear runaway for any position on the table right now, and it has been awesome. At the same time, I'm going to be biting my nails tomorrow afternoon as I'm listening into the game from the luxury of my office at work. But looking forward to seeing where the results lie. It's been a crazy season.
Yeah, I'm very sad. My trees just haven't been able to make this comeback they're supposed to make to get them up to at least mid-table. And now they're within 2 points of being in the fucking relegation zone. Yeah. This is not a good choice for me this year. My goddamn trees, man. Oh, just stay out. Like, all I can say is please stay out of relegation and don't make me look complete. Like, if they stay out of relegation, at least I look really dumb, but at least I don't look completely stupid. I just look really dumb. If I pick a team to win the Premier League and they get relegated, I'm the stupidest person in the world.
Now, granted, their loss over the weekend was to Liverpool, and it was only a 1-0 game. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was a very close game. It's not that they can't still chip away at the points and stay out of the relegation zone. I think the only certainty right now for sure is we're pretty sure that Wolves are going down. Wolves are in last place. They've only picked up 10 points all season. I think that there is almost little to no way. It would be nothing short of a miracle if Wolverhampton ended up pulling themselves out of the relegation zone. I think that is the one certainty about this Premier League season right now.
And Burnley at only 19 points, well, only being 6 back of West Ham, who are in 18 still to be relegated. There's a high chance of that team. Again, the record is again. What last 5? Draw, loss, win, and then a draw. They have. There's a very outside chance of them getting out of relegation, but it's I would say very outside chance of that.
Well, and again, some of the teams that they've got coming up are those ones that are fighting for those positions in the upper portion of the table right now, too. Right, and not talking about the first 5-6 teams, but we're talking about the ones that are, you've Brentford, got your Everton's, Brentford, Bournemouth, right? The Fulhams. Those games could become very, very tough to chip points away for Burnley. So it's going to become increasingly difficult throughout. SDG has joined us in the chat. This is Salty SG. Yeah, brother. I mean, we talked all about it at the start of the night because it was an instant reaction. But, we said that too. But again, we'd be, at the same time, argumentatively, we'd be cheering it on if we would have won the game. So
I'm still I still don't like 3-on-3 hockey. Again, like I said earlier, I understand it in the regular season to get playoffs through quickly. Again, when you're only doing a 5-minute playoff period, 3-on-3 hockey makes sense. And then you go to a shootout if they don't. But 3-on-3 hockey makes sense in a 5-minute period. In the playoffs, you do 5-on-5. That's what it should have been here. It's stupid. Hopefully in 2030, they go back to the old rules of just 5-on-5, continuous overtime. Oh, God. But still, congratulations to the USA. Sad for Canada, but congrats to the Team USA for getting that hard-fought victory. But yeah,
of course.
So back to soccer.
Yeah.
Honestly,
that's all I had at the moment. But yeah, Burnley's still going to struggle a little bit to get out of that position. It's going to be tough there. I mean, the certainty is definitely Wolves. Burnley, there might be a glimmer of hope, but not bloody likely. They're probably both going to go down. And then that last final position for the relegation zone, it's up in the air. It could go a lot of different ways. It really depends on how hard teams fight going towards the end. It's going to become very interesting, but nonetheless, it makes the Premier League as a whole very interesting to watch at the moment.
Yeah. Again, I just typed in NFL to my phone, and there's a really sad, bad story that just popped up. That's only up for the last 12 hours. Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals has died of a suspected self-inflicted gunshot wound on yesterday.
No.
Yeah. It just popped up. To his family. I'm sorry. To his friends and family. Holy crap! And the Arizona Cardinals organization. My heart goes out to you. That's horrible. Damn. Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. It's with the Falcons. Yeah. But yeah. Just damn. He was with the Vikings this past season. He was drafted by the Cardinals, but yeah, he was with the Vikings this past season. But yeah, that's so sad. 25 years old. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I just found it. I figured we should bring it up, but that's terrible. Too young for anything like that.
Yeah. We got a new chatter in the house. Warehouse TV joining us. Should have been USA versus Finland if the standings weren't fixed. And then SDG saying true. Athletes are humans too, and I think fans forget that. Yeah, 100%, man. It's
that's why we've been very positive towards both teams in this. We're not about being negative here. But yeah. I think you mean to what I was just talking about. But yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. 100%. But yeah, I mean, it affects everybody. So it's definitely sad news. Don't love to hear it. Kind of on that same somber note, right? Last night, I was at Prairie Pro Wrestling, of course. We held our first show of 2026, Cold Hearted. And at the beginning, we actually did a kind of a dedication of the night. So we did the dedication of the night to the mother of our company's owner. Yes, Gloria Urita lost her battle to cancer over the Christmas holidays. And unfortunately, we lost a really good one who was someone who always, she would show up to the shows a lot of the time, or she'd be the one that would babysit the owner's kids at times when it was needed. She was always there supporting. I remember one time back in the days of HIW when I was there, it was the night that Cody Rhodes was in town to work for High Impact Wrestling. And Gloria and her family had put together a big smorgasbord meal for everybody. They brought in all this food backstage for all the wrestlers and all the staff and everything. And she was just a wonderful human being. And so last night they dedicated the show to her and to her memory. And it was a nice touching thing for sure. But there was a lot of tears shed. And I want to thank everybody from the PPW Nation that was there on hand, that were also well behind that and sending all their love to Gloria and her family. And it was it was a fantastic night, night full of great wrestling action. We had a lot of cool matches on the card. Didn't even have any of our champions there, and we still had a fantastic night. Nobody went home disappointed. We also revealed our new partnership. We have partnered with the Saskatchewan Rush. So the Saskatchewan Rush lacrosse team is now partnered with Prairie Pro Wrestling, which means this is big news for PPW. we actually are going to have 2 shows in April. Our regular show, April the 4th, Saturday, April the 4th, that is going to take place at the Saskatoon Cosmo Senior Center. And then, yes, we are going to be at the Rush game on Saturday, April the 18th, doing a couple of matches at the start of the night and also another match during the intermission, which was announced last night. It is going to be Riley Cruz teaming up with Rowdy the mascot from the Saskatchewan Rush to take on the crazed cowboy Jacob Creed and the Bulldog, which is can't remember the Bulldog's name, but he is the mascot from the other team. Both were there last night. The Brotherhood and the Bulldog tried to take out tried to take out Rowdy the mascot, only for him to be saved by a bunch of the people in the back. And Riley Cruz and Rowdy made the challenge, laid it down. And yes, you're going to be able to see that if you go to the Saskatchewan Rush game at the SaskTel Center. Yes, our first arena show for Prairie Pro Wrestling. So yeah, it's massive, man. It's a partnership that I didn't know was going to happen. And then of course we got a lot of props that were like a lot of like praise towards what I have done, which was it was touching in a way I didn't even expect it. Like they got on there and they said, check out all our social media, check out our YouTube, which we have a new match every Saturday featuring commentary from Bobby Munson and Papa Smokes. And they even said last night too, during that moment, said, because of all the hard work put into that YouTube channel and to the social media and everything like that, that is the reason we were able to get the partnership with the Saskatoon Berries baseball team and with the Saskatchewan Rush and all the different things we got to do, including like I had Jacob Creed coming up to me last night and thanking me. He goes, I didn't know you were the one that who's made the contact with the people that were making the movie Deathgasm 2 and hooked up Prairie Pro Wrestling wrestlers with that opportunity to be in that movie. So he then he thanked me because not only did he get to be in that movie, but now he's actually been getting a couple of more roles as a stunt guy in movies that are shooting within Regina and everything. So he's been really proud of the fact that he has now got some film credits to his name too. And it was cool for me, man. I don't go talking about it a lot about some of these things. Like I bring them up, but I don't bring them up in a sense of what I've done, but to have so many people coming up and shaking my hand and thanking me, I was like, man, it felt good. It really did feel good. I mean, it was a really cool moment for me. And I wouldn't do it if I didn't believe in the people that I support in doing these kind of things. I don't put in the work for anything other than to see the success of the people around me that I think deserve it. And your Jacob Creeds and everybody else at PPW that are succeeding as a result of these things. That's the only thanks I ever truly need. But it was nice to get those props last night. And yeah, thank you, SGG. Hard work does pay off. And again, I'm not out there, waving my hand saying, please praise me, but it is nice. You also had El Assassino down for getting the title shot. Hey, El Assassino, you know what? He was back last night for the first time since that cage match. He had his mask was duct taped. He gave a passionate speech about how much he hates the fans for cheering on him getting all his gear ruined. So he was in his street clothes and his duct taped mask, and he had a whole bunch of his QR codes to his GoFundMe page all around the arena last night for people to scan. And actually, the funniest part, and I hate giving any props to El Assassino, but he got on there and he said, so all of you need to go and donate to give me back my gear. The exact thing you took away by cheering on the violence of one Michael Allen Richard Clark. And one of the guys in the crowd shook, I think it was a $20 bill. He waved out towards El Assassino, and El Assassino runs up. He goes, yeah, sure, I'll take it. And he puts it in his pocket. He goes, so this guy's the most credible guy in the room right now, but he still has a stupid haircut. I was like, he can't help himself, right? Like no matter what, the guy's just giving him $20 and he'll still find something to insult the guy about. But you know what? It was a great night of wrestling action. Great to have those props handed out. So much fun. And of course, one of our trainees right now, she does 3D printing. So she's been printing different types of stuff for the guys. We know Chris Nasty now goes by the nickname Soup that we called him during training. So now he's going collectively as Soup Nasty, and she's made him this like chain to wear around his neck with a can of soup that hangs down from it. It looks like Campbell's soup, but it's got his face on it. Everybody loved it, man. He had a great time last night, and he beat El Assassino. Let me say that again. Soup Nasty won his second match in a row and this time against El Assassino with a roll-up. Now, he got the living shit kicked out of him following that matchup as a result and was put through a table by El Assassino, but he still got it at the same time. It is great character work, STG. I'll break the fourth wall on that. As much as I have this on-screen feud with El Assassino or MPPW, he's actually one of the best hands down heels that there is in the business. Let's not kid ourselves. The fact that he can walk out of a curtain and not say a word and everybody wants to kill him is testament to just how well the guy does.
Yeah. Dude, Assassino, I have had my run-ins with Assassino as a fan at LPW in the past, as I called him on our show when I used to do my show with Mel. It's your L ass hat, as I like to call him.
He's got some nicknames here in Saskatoon too, but I won't repeat some of them on the show. Tune into PPW to find out more.
Saskatoonian luchador. Don't believe he's an actual luchador.
Oh, come on.
Don't believe he's an actual luchador, being that he's from Saskatchewan. But
okay, so
but yeah.
Okay, maybe born here, but
for all the work you've been doing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say maybe born here, but he actually is Mexican. So.
Yeah. But I was going to say, too, what you were saying about the people congratulating you. I know how hard you work just for OLE itself and what you do for this channel. So I can see why you there, and I know you do a lot of work for the other stuff. So I got to give you that congratulations. I getting that shit done, man, because you work out insanely hard for all of this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, if I believe in something truly and I'm passionate about it, I'm going to put in that hard work. It's just the way I've always been. And that's what I do. I believe in the people here at OLE. I believe in the people in Prairie Pro Wrestling. And that's why I put in that hard work, man. And again, it's never necessarily for the thanks, but it's always for seeing everybody succeed. And that's really what it's all about. Hold on here. On top of being
making those $1 million sales, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, let's not even get into that. I'm on the cusp of closing another very large sale, possibly in the next 2 weeks. So
the $1 billion kid, the $1 billion kid, this man is.
Maybe someday, man. Maybe someday. I don't know. I'm working towards it, but I'm passionate about the job I'm in too, and it feels good to know my team's kicking ass and taking names right now. So, and that's again across all aspects. My wrestling with Prairie Pro Wrestling, that's kicking ass and taking names. OLE kicking ass and taking names. And if you didn't know already, that's because we're a YouTube partner. Yes, YouTube partner right here on OLE. So kicking ass and taking names. And yes, in my shoe job as well, same ordeal. But it's been a slice, man, and I'm gonna keep working hard because again, $1 billion man Bobby we're a long ways off of ever being at that level, but maybe someday a man can dream, right?
Yeah, speaking of professional wrestling, I had a bunch of professional wrestling this past weekend. I got to see Top Talent on Friday featuring Santana and the world's smallest luchador, Microman. Absolutely so much fun show. I got to say, Sheik might be the funniest person in the world because
he was on fire last night too.
It was Sheik versus Microman in a no DQ match.
Oh no.
Microman hit a vertical suplex onto Sheiky, baby.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Greatest thing I've ever seen. And then he hit this beautiful backdrop suplex through a door, like a door that was placed between two chairs. He backdrop suplexed or teardrop suplexed Sheiky through the door to get a win. Wow. Greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god, that match was hilarious, so much fun. Like, just we'll be talking about it. That'll be coming out tomorrow over on Backbreaking Beer. But I also went to CWE last night. An absolutely incredible show. Our friend Kamikaze is now the CWE champion. Won that 2 days ago in Medicine Hat. Absolutely tremendous. I got to talk with the. Pardon?
Cheers to him. Yeah, on the win. Yeah.
I got to chat with David Boyd Smith Jr. for a few minutes after the show.
Nice.
That interview is up over on Backbreaker Media, or me and AWS drop possible. And then I have actually a quick 2-minute chat with AWS has a quick 2-minute chat that I just dropped on my Instagram on my reels over at that Canada dude on Instagram talking there, and it was just I gotta give it up to CB. They have some of these most fun shows I go to. Like, don't get me wrong, I love all the other wrestling I go to, but it's just it just seems to be such a fun, friendly time. I have such a great time with it, and just so good. And they're so great with the fans and how they do it, how they put everything together. Sadly, it was in a very small venue due to the Legion had closed down 3 weeks ago. The Legion they usually run in shut down, so they got to the Hungarian Hall. Very small, narrow venue. I don't like it at all. I've been there a couple other times for other wrestling. Hopefully they find a new venue very quickly for the next, because they're back in May for the Rage in the Cage tour. But yeah, I had so much fun. I love watching it and like just getting to see it all. It was so much fun. Just getting up to professional wrestling, seeing David Wilson Jr. That was the first time I'd seen him since 2017, where I had one of my coolest moments in professional wrestling because he was the IWGP Tag Team Champion at the time with Lance Archer as the Killer Elite Squad. And when I took the belts from the ring after I grabbed his gear and brought everything over to the sound booth, I realized I was holding an IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship in my hands, and I just sat there, just staring at it. And then me and the sound guy just passing it back and forth, just holding it, acting like giddy schoolgirls because we're holding one of the greatest championships, like with this like crazy long history. We're both just like, oh my god, right? It was the first time I've seen him since then. He is absolutely a unit, man. The guy is incredible, such a nice person. If you're near any of the CWE tours for the rest of that are going on for this next week or so, highly recommend checking out. The whole show itself is great. David Wisman Jr. is a class act. Highly recommend any of those shows to any of y'all out there because I had so much fun. And don't get me wrong, I'm a little biased. I sponsored the show in Edmonton, but they're absolutely incredible. Highly recommend them to get out to see them because they're doing these tours, multiple tours a year, but they do these like full Western Canadian tours 3 times a year, which is absolutely incredibly and so much fun. So I highly recommend if you can get out to see them, go see them.
Fantastic. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, as always, support local independent wrestling if you're a wrestling fan. Andre, any other sporting things you want to discuss before we wrap things up here today?
No, we don't really have any hockey other than because the Olympic break has been on, so we haven't had a chance. But we're talking hockey. Hopefully we'll talk hockey by next week because I think the NHL hockey starts in a few days. Because we all flying back to North America over the next couple of days. I'm looking forward to the week upcoming in sports. Again, next weekend, F1 preview, baby. I'll be doing a full breakdown of the season. Maybe about 10 minutes kind of breakdown. Just go over the teams, talk about the new drivers. Maybe I'll try to talk technical changes to the cars, but I'm not good with that side of it. I'm not good at like talking the technical parts of F1. I'm more good at talking about drivers and the teams as a whole. So I'll try my best to give you the best preview I can give you next week on F1.
Fantastic. Well, why don't you tell people what you got coming up aside from that as well too, and where they can find you. There's your ticker down below.
Yeah, just drop the David Boy Smith Jr. interview over on your Backbreaker video. We can find that. You can find my interview, AWS's interview with Kamikaze at on my Instagram at that Canada dude. Yeah, I lack the technical, sir. I'm not a technician. I do not measure up to Bret Hart. I am not a technician. You can also find me. You'll be having shows dropping over the next 2 days. Tomorrow we'll be dropping the Pop Spot, which we'll be reviewing the top talent show from this past Friday featuring Santana and Microman. We'll be chatting that. My phone just keeps vibrating. And then on Tuesday we'll be dropping the CWE review for the show we were just at. Yes, me and Avery yesterday, so that'll be coming out on Tuesday. But yeah, lots more coming. I'll be back here next Sunday again doing the preview, and we'll have an MCU rebound at some point in the next couple weeks. We're just trying to figure out a guest to come on. We're looking to do Black Panther. We have a guest we want to try to get on, so we're still trying to figure out a schedule to get that recorded. But yeah, come please. But yeah, I'll be back with MCU rebound at some point over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully, if we can make schedules work out. And yeah, lots of great more content coming over here on OLE.
You bet. Yeah. As for myself, Bobby Munson, again, I'll be back here next Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern time with Andre. We're going to be talking about your weekend sports, more updates for you across the board. And then, of course, I am also be able to be seen every single Thursday night with Papa Smokes on a show called Ring Respect Radio, where we talk about independent wrestling. We take trips through the territories, talking about the history of professional wrestling. This Thursday will be another indie focused one. We haven't picked which one just yet, but stay tuned to social media to find that out. Right now, I just want to say Casey Yordy came in with a chat. Bill Guerin made the right decision to leave Houston, Hudson, and Caulfield at home. But yes, we will be able to discuss that more. We hope that you come join us again, 11 a.m. Eastern time next week here on Point of View to talk all things sports. We love having an interactive audience, so make sure you do that. And of course, that show, as well as Ring Respect Radio and other shows here on the channel, all on OLE podcast. You can check us out across all social media, as well as YouTube and Twitch. And we are a YouTube partner, so super chat, super stickers, all those things are encouraged here on the channel as much as possible to help support us, keep us going. But if you can't do that and you haven't done so already, take a moment to go and subscribe to the channel. I know a few of you did during the live watch here today. So thank you for our new subscribers. As always, that support helps. Watching the shows supports us, and leave it a comment in the comment section below. If you're watching on replay, make sure to go in those comments. Let us know what you thought of today's Olympic final, or what you'd like us to discuss more moving forward on Point of View as well too. And one more thing that you can do here to help support us is, if you're watching on mobile 3 times a week, you get these things called hype points. Certain channels are eligible for hype points, and OLE is one of them. So make sure, if you loved this video, to go ahead and give us some of your hype points so that we can get high up the charts and the channel gets noticed, the show gets recommended. And that's all because of you wonderful people who tune in every single week, or have tuned in for the first time and are being active and helping support us. This has been one of our best live watch shows here on a Sunday, and we want to keep that momentum going. Thank you so much to you all. That is it for this week. We will see you next Sunday for more sports talk. Take care, everybody.